rout Mountain View 95-24. And if you're listening in with us here on WVOW now, you heard that right, 95-24 in that first contest. And Nathan, we learned a lot just from watching that. Again, obviously a mismatch with Mountain View being so young and inexperienced at this point, but we got a good look at just how talented this Fairmont Senior Club still is, even after winning two back-to-back state championships and then losing the state finals back last year. It just doesn't seem to end for that club.
Well, when you got a team that's won 2 in a row and then you spoil their chance to win the third, you're going to make them a little mad. And it looks like they're kind of upset after losing that state championship game to Chapmanville last season. And now they're coming. They came down here, Chris, to this. They agreed to come to this tournament. Coach Napier kind of let the cat out of the bag last year a little bit when we were talking to him at the season end that he was able to get Fairmont Senior down here for this tournament. But I think they came down here and they had something to prove. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. They wanted to come down here and show that they are the dominant force in Class AA. So right now, Fairmont Senior undefeated now. Sitting at the top, Shady Spring coming in here to play Chapmanville. They're undefeated. The Tigers are undefeated. You heard the Wildcats went down tonight. Their first loss on the season to the Mohegans in Morgantown. A very, very tough AAA team. Logan kept it close, losing by 10 there, so they have nothing to hang their heads about. But this one right here is one that I've had circled since the schedule came out. Shady Spring, Chapmanville. This one should be a fun one.
Yeah, again, this is a Shady Spring club coached by Ronnie Olson in his 4th year. And Ronnie Olson, very experienced in his own right in playing, and played guard for state runner-up Independence in the year 2000. Won 2 county championships in 8 years as Shady Spring middle school coach, and played college basketball at Ohio Valley and then at Bluefield State College. So he stepped in and has really transformed this program. Last year they went 15-9, lost in the regional final to Westside 63-48. They've lost the last 2 years in the regional final, but thus far this year they've been lights out. In that 4-0 start, they beat Westside 85-43. In that game, Shady Spring hit 9 threes and led 43-16 at the half. Then against Summers County, beat them 69-59. They were 22 of 25 free throws in that game. Beat Greenbrier West 89-55, and then most recently beat James Monroe 86-39 on Wednesday night, where they jumped out to a 39-12 lead and hit 10 3-pointers. They're averaging 82.2 points per game on the year. Chapmanville averaging 87.7 points per game. And defensively, Shady giving up 49 points per game, Chapmanville 54.7 points per game. Really even when you start to look at the statistics on both ends of this.
You are just a stat book. I'm telling you. The color guy just sitting over here like, yep. Great job, though, Chris, on the stats there. One thing, though, we're looking forward to tonight is to see this Chapmanville. This is going to be their measuring stick, I believe, for the early part of this season, at least until if they get the win tonight until tomorrow night. We're going to see how well they do against the top team in Class AA. And if you're Shady Spring, you're on the home court. This is a road game for you. This is a more memorial tournament. You're down here trying to get the win and get out. Play spoiler, basically, because everybody wants to see that state championship rematch. Half is there. Will the other half get there? That's the question.
We're a couple of minutes away from finding out, as we are going to step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, it'll be time for the start of Chapmanville and Shady Spring, 2 top 10 teams in Class AA. As you are listening to and watching the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Chronic wounds can really slow you down. At Logan Regional Medical Center, we want to help you get back to doing the things you love without having to travel far from home. That's why the team from our Advanced Care Wound Center combines expertise and advanced technology, like the region's only hyperbaric oxygen therapy program, helping you to heal quickly. Logan Regional Medical Center.
Healing starts here. Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Plenty of room for lots of cheer. Thornhill's Model Year-End event is here, featuring the new 2018 Buick Regal Touareg Wagon all-wheel drive, $28,245, or save over $7,300 on 2018 Buick Envision, now $35,952. This year, own the holidays with Thornhill.
We all have our own mountains to climb. Marriages are failing, families are struggling, and addictions on the rise. If you're struggling, you are not alone. We have a building full of people just like you. I'm Matt Friend, the senior pastor at Bible Center Church. And if your life has a few challenges to overcome, join us on Sunday mornings at 9 or 10:30.
Check us out at BibleCenterChurch.com.
Wrap up the holidays with one big bow and a new Buick from Thornhill. 2019 Buick Enclave, 9% off MSRP, $49,473. Or receive 20% off 2019 Buick Encores, starting at $21,676. Now,
back here at Danny Gobby Gymnasium in Chapmanville, West Virginia for the second semifinal of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you. We've got Butch Mounts, our engineer on video productions, and David Anderson, our engineer back in the WVRW studios, as we're just coming at you from all angles here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. Me and Nathan, we're everywhere. We're on your front lawn. We're under your bed. We're in your closet.
I feel like I've been with you this week more than I've been with my family. So.
Yeah, this is the fourth game we've announced in 3 days together now.
I know it.
And then you're leaving me tomorrow night to go to a Christmas party.
I'm sorry. It was, if Chapmanville wins, I'm going to regret it. I already know. But I'll be watching along on video productions tomorrow night, and I know you'll do a great job.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I got to say that. You're sitting next to me.
Yeah, it's true. I'm within kicking distance of you. Well, I tell you what, we talked about Shady Spring, and they put a couple minutes on the clock here. So let's talk about Chapmanville as well. Again, it's a team. Chapmanville came in 27-1 last year. They're on a 24-game winning streak right now. They've been to the state tournament 3 straight years and 4 of the last 5 years. They lost a lot of talent off of last year's team, and a lot of people felt like that might be a death knell for them. Again, losing Drew Williamson, who's at Beckley Prep right now, Kyle Browning, who's at Kentucky Christian University, and Dylan Smith, who's now becoming a state trooper here in the area. And so you lose all that talent, and you feel like it's going to be tough to get back. But this Chapmanville team, they didn't rebuild. They reloaded again. They go out. Andrew Shull transfers down from Huntington High School and comes here. You know, you had Jordan Kish and Brandon Elkins step into the starting role along with Philip Mullins. And this team really looks as good as it ever did, even including last year.
Yeah, and you get 2 guys back, Chris, who were great players last season who stepped up and played well, and that's Devin Collins and Obina and Achille Killen, who apparently doesn't like me telling him he needs to bring the ball down with 2 hands and go back up.
You were right, though.
I know I was right. I'm not his coach. I'm just I'm noticing things. But, again, this is a seasoned Chapmanville ball club. They look great the other night against Scott. They look better than I thought they would. I'm going to be honest. Coming into the season, I thought Logan would have the advantage over Chapmanville in terms of player for player. After seeing them the other night, now I'm not so sure. I think it's going to be an interesting matchup between the county rivals. But tonight, this is one that's going to tell the tale for the first half of the season for Chapmanville before we go into the Christmas break. And the Tigers are looking to get out undefeated. They got to win 2 games to do so. The first one tonight against Shady Spring.
Well, again, we mentioned some of the games Shady Spring's been in thus far. Let's talk about Chapmanville's. Again, in Game 1, they beat Westside 92-53 at Westside. So Shady beat them by 42. Chapmanville beat them by 39, albeit Chapmanville pulled a lot of their starters in the second half. Then they went to Winfield and beat Winfield 80-61 last Tuesday. They made 8 3-pointers in that game, 14 of 18 from the free throw line. And then here on Wednesday night, you and I were here, routed Scott 91-50. They hit 13 threes in that game, and outscored Scott 31-12 in the second quarter and had 6 players get into double figures for them. So just like Fairmont Senior, these two teams really mirror images of each other. They get it done in slightly different ways, but just like Fairmont, you've got multiple players on this Chapmanville roster that can hurt you. It's not just 1 or 2 players, it's a multitude of players, and that's something Shady Springs going to have to deal with tonight. Again, you've got the Williams boys that are really tough for Shady, along with Rife and company that Chapmanville's going to have to match up with, but I feel like Shady's got a lot more they're going to have to contend with than what Chapmanville will on the other end.
Yeah, Chapmanville, they've definitely got a size advantage. Chapmanville can knock down open jump shots, and Chapmanville's a deep squad. We saw that against Scott. We saw a lot of their players, Chris, they can go 10 deep on the roster easily, and if Chapmanville has to get into that and try to get 10 deep into that roster, they can do it. Whereas I don't know how deep this Shady Springs Tigers team is, so we're going to see how well they match up. This is going to be one, Chris, that everybody's going to be talking about after tonight, and you and I are lucky enough to get the call on it, so getting ready for tip-off here in a couple minutes, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're going to have to watch it on the Tigers references tonight. Again, they're everywhere. Chapmanville Tigers, Shady Spring Tigers. We're getting ready to go with the Tiger matchup. Before we do that, it's time now for our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And, Nathan, what do you see as the big key tonight for the Chapmanville Tigers?
If they can play defense like they played against Scott, not get sloppy with the ball, knock down open jump shots like they did against that Scott team in the open court, and use their length to their advantage, there's no reason why Chapmanville and Fairmont shouldn't be playing tomorrow night.
Again, those are your Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And remember, the key to your health care is with Logan Regional Medical Center, offering care for every stage of life, from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. Well, looking at the starting lineups for both sides, we'll start with Shady Spring. Again, they have 6'3" senior Stephen Williams, who's really been lights out thus far this year. Had 27 and 11 rebounds against Westside, 30 points against Summers County, and 22 points against James Monroe. So he'll be someone Chapmanville really has to look after tonight. Tommy Williams, a 6' junior, had 18 against Westside, including 4 threes. Then hit 7 threes against James Monroe for 23 points in that game. Then you have Ryan Rife, a 6'3" senior, had 18 points against Westside, including 4 threes, and then had 15 the other night in the win over James Monroe. Then you have Grayson Shepard, a 6'1" junior, big rebounder for this Shady Spring club, had 14 rebounds against Westside, had 5 points in the win over the Mavericks. And rounding out the starting lineup for Shady will be Haven Chapman, a 6' junior who had 13 points against Summers County and 6 the other night against James Monroe. On the other end for Chapmanville, it will be 6'9", first-team All-Stater, Obina Anachille Killen, the junior. He had 17 the other night in the win over Scott and is averaging 15.7 points per game on the year. Then you have Philip Mullins, a 6'3" junior, as he had 3 the other night against Scott, but has had a very impressive stat line along the rebounding and steals mark throughout the year for Chapmanville. Then you have Devin Collins, a 6'8" senior, who's leading the team in scoring at 17.7 points per game. He had 18 the other night in the win over Scott. Then you have Andrew Shull, a 6' junior. He had 10 against Scott on Wednesday. And then you have Brandon Elkins, the 6'4" senior, who had 15 in the win over the Skyhawks here on Wednesday.
Well, Chris, Seven Nation Army Blast, and the Tigers have been introduced on both sides. And this game will be basically an eye of the Tiger, if I can say that. But if you look at them on the court right now, Chris, the size differential is very noticeable for Chapmanville, but do not count Shady Spring out. This is definitely a very tough team that Chapmanville's going to have to deal with.
I'll tell you what, Shady's already preparing to go on defense on this jump.
They really are.
They've got everybody over on Chapmanville's side here. So 6'9" Obina against 6'3" Stephen Williams. We're glad you're with us tonight here on WVOW and Video Productions, and Shady Spring predicted right. Chapmanville wins the tip.
They didn't even jump, but good steal.
Ooh, and crashing into the scorer's table there was Haven Chapman trying to get the loose ball, but Chapmanville will retain possession. Tigers wearing their all-white uniforms with orange and white lettering across the chest. Shady Spring in their gold uniforms with navy blue lettering across the chest. And now we get a whistle here.
You got something on it. Something about the 7:47.
Okay, I think they said run 6 seconds off.
Well, I've never heard this gym that quiet.
Yeah, I know,
because everybody was like, why?
You got a pin drop on
you really could have. Somebody sucked the air out of the room.
So now Chapmanville will inbound it to Shull. Tigers going left to right across your radio dial and computer screen. Shady right to left. Out front with it is Collins. Man-to-man defense for Shady. They go down low on the left block to Obina. Out to Elkins. He'll try and dribble drive by. Instead kicks it out. Mullins loses it but gets it back. Shovels it back over to Elkins. They lob it down low to Obina. They try to double team. Obina goes up with it. Turnaround jumper is good for the junior.
And I tell you what, Shady Springs doing a great job on defense early, but Obina made him pay there in man-to-man.
Quickly, Shady comes the other way, and Rife lost it behind the back and throws it out of bounds.
Shady's going to try and run up and down the court as quick as they can. Try not to let Chapmanville get set, because if Obina gets set underneath, that's rim protection, and he's going to make you pay if you try to go inside.
And these two teams undefeated, both in the top 4 in the power rankings on Basketball Friday Night. Obina's going to go for 3, no good, and a whistle and a foul underneath. And it looks like this is going to go against Chapmanville. I think they're going to get a push-off on Phillip Mullins, and that'll be his first.
Yeah, and Obina actually had a very good look there. I thought he was looking great there with that open jump shot. Couldn't knock it down, though, and then the foul on Mullins. Oh, I know he can.
Yeah,
now,
he's developed that now.
Looks like we're going to run a 2-2-1 now out of that diamond pressure.
In the backcourt, Shepard gets it across, now over the left side for Tommy Williams. Mullins on him, but again now with 1 foul, going to have to be a little more careful. Shepard gets it back out front as Rife dribbles in, picks up his dribble, and he shuffled his feet and travels.
Sir, you cannot change your pivot foot. That does not work.
That's basketball 101 right there.
Well, I mean, unless you're watching the NBA on TNT, you can do it there, but you can't do that here.
So now Chapmanville with the ball back, leading it 2-0. 90 seconds gone in the first quarter. Collins out front for Shull. Shull dribbles over, gives it off to Obina on the right wing. Back out front for Mullins. Now to Collins, gets free for 3, buries it.
You can't leave him open like that, but that was just great off-the-ball movement by the Tigers. Everybody weaving and setting screens for one another. Collins gets free, was able to get around the screen. Defender couldn't get there, and a steal by Obina.
They tried to get it over Obina, and a big mistake. He dribbles into the center, kicks it out, 3 for Shull. Count it for Andrew Shull.
What a pass by Obina underneath, and there's a timeout by Shady Spring.
And wow, what a 30-second run there for the Tigers. Back-to-back threes from Collins and Shull. And just like that, it's 8-0 Chapmanville. As you get a look at it here on our instant replay on Video Productions, Obina with the steal. Got the defense to collapse, kicks it out to Shull for an open 3, and Andrew Shull just got that smooth delivery, able to connect to make it 8-0. Well, it's a timeout, but be sure to take some time to sign up for real-time text and email alerts about power outages and restoration estimates in the area at AppalachianPower.com/alerts. So now if you're Shady Spring, again, that was a devastating body punch Chapmanville just delivered. They've got to get settled down, and they really haven't gotten into a good offensive set.
No, and they haven't even had a shot at the rim yet, and Chapmanville's up 8-0. So that's got to be devastating for Shady early here, but they're a very competent team, and they can score points in bunches.
And now they're going to get a foul on Andrew Shull on the inbound. So it'll be his first and team foul number 2.
Shull's got great hair. Just thought I'd point that out real quick.
Yeah, he's in my second period in class here at school, and I just look at it and long for the days when I used to be able to grow it like that.
Yeah, definitely. But you got Chapmanville now back on defense, still pressuring Shady.
As Williams now being trapped by Obina and Mullins gets it over, and now they break the pressure across the timeline. Chapman gets it back out to Tommy Williams, and Shady will try and set up here.
Chapmanville gets back in half court. Now they're in man-to-man.
Tommy Williams step back jumper and had a foot on the line, so it'll be a 2. But that kid is dangerous. As we said, he had 7 threes against James Monroe earlier this week.
And one thing Chapmanville's defense will do sometimes, they will give up jump shots. They gave plenty to Scott. Scott just couldn't make them pay.
Mullins now, he'll test the waters from 3, and he buries one. They hit 13 threes the other night against Scott, and they pick up right where they left off. They've hit 3 this quarter.
Yeah, this is a tough team to beat in this building, Chris. You can't do anything if they're knocking down jump shots like that. Shady's doing a great job on defense. Just Chapmanville's making shots.
Down to 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's an 11-2 lead for Chapmanville. Driving in, tried to shovel it off, and it's stolen away by Brandon Elkins. He'll take it up the right side. Gets in the paint, dumps off to Obina. Dunk! Throws it down thunderously with one hand. And that gets the building rocking here as Shady breaks the pressure across the timeline. Shepard dribbles in, kicks it to the free throw line for Chapman, loses it off his foot. Here comes Chapmanville in transition again. Shull up ahead, goes up, no good, but he'll go to the line. Now, I tell you what, if he'd seen Obina trailing there, he would have probably left that up for him. They've been practicing lobs a lot in practice.
My goodness.
Shull will see that one.
We got to see that. We got to see that again if you're watching on video productions. Here's Obina. Hello, goodbye, slam dunk.
And you know what? Whoever it was for Shady there, they made what I called in game one a business decision. They got out of the way of that as fast as possible.
There's nothing worse than seeing yourself on a poster with some guy going over top of you. Not that I would have any experience in that, but
you and I would have to have the leaping ability to get up for
yeah,
that.
for real. What a slam by Obina now. And 2 free throws later, Chapmanville is now up 15-2.
Wow, and you know, we talked about Fairmont wanting to make a statement in that first game. Chapmanville here against one of the most highly touted teams in AA Shady Spring, doing just that here in the first 3.5 minutes.
Well, the Polar Bears are sitting behind Shady Spring right now. They're watching this game intently.
As Tommy Williams gets it cross court for Rife. Rife throws it away, but Williams able to get it back, and he quickly calls for time. And that's the second timeout now gone for Shady Spring here in the first quarter. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep things here with the Tigers leading it by 13. Well, just a reminder that Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Chapmanville Regional Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-855-4906. Greg Dalton Insurance, with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is a Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. Now we come back out of the timeout, and Shady Spring still just does not seem to have their bearings yet in this ball game.
Well, their coach was letting them hear it. I know that. I could hear him from here.
Yeah, again, Coach Olson not happy, and they're going to have to find their bearings and find them fast here. This game could completely get away from them.
Yeah, if this game gets away from them early, it's going to be hard to come back from.
Isaiah Valentine into the game for Shady Spring. Gets it over right side for Tommy Williams. He'll drive baseline, kicks it out, loses it. But Chapman able to chase it down. Looking for help now in the right corner, being hounded by Kish, who's checked into the game. Gets it back out to the top of the key for Rife. Mullins got to be careful with one foul. Almost picked up a second there. Rife still being guarded heavily. Want a 5-second call. Almost got it. Then Obina pokes it away and into the Chapmanville bench.
It's like a bee's nest out there. You get one, you swat one away, and 2 more come at you. That Chapmanville defense, hard to play against, and there's a steal.
Yep, another two. Oh! Mullins tried to tip it over to Shull, but nice defense by Valentine getting it back. Up ahead they go, left side. Goaltending will be called as Stephen Williams gets his first 2 of the game.
Yeah, and I don't know if that shot would have went in, but Obina went up to block it. I know, it's hard to tell a guy, hey, don't go up and block this shot, but right there, that one may not have dropped, but give 2 to Shady.
That's a little intimidation factor as well. Again,
that's true.
It makes you think, oh my God, he's coming in from everywhere. So it makes you start to rush those shots a little bit. As Kish gets it out front, Shull straight on 3, and he hits it.
Man, I think they've missed 1 3-point shot already in this game, and that's it.
And they've hit 4 thus far, and that's the second for Shull. He's got 8 points. Jumper on the way from the outside, no good by Rife. Obina got out on him. Devin Collins with the rebound. Takes it up the right side. Collins cut off. Behind the back pass to Mullins for 3. Short on that one. Rebounded underneath by Shady. And boy, this building would have erupted if that one gone down.
That was a beautiful pass by Collins.
Now Stephen Williams gets it underneath, goes up against Obina. No good off the back iron. And Collins with a one-handed rebound.
Chapmanville's limiting Shady to only 1 possession down the court. No offensive rebounds so far for the Tigers of Shady Spring.
Now here's Kish, right corner 3, and Jordan Kish, another deadly outside shooter. Again, this team has size, they have quickness, they have inside ability, outside ability, just no weaknesses on this roster or Fairmont's roster.
No, there's really not.
Driving in, floater on the way from the left side, no good by Rife. Shady gets the rebound. Rife kicks it into the corner for Valentine. Valentine takes it in against Shull. Now back over left side. Rife for 3, and he buries it. Much needed for Shady Spring.
That stopped the bleeding for Shady there. They're able to finally get another shot to drop. They needed that one big time, as now they're down 14.
Shull gets into the paint, pull-up jumper, and Andrew Shull has been white hot here in the first quarter. He's already up to 10 points.
Everybody's white hot here in the first quarter for Chapmanville. Nobody's cooling off.
23-7 in favor of the Tigers, the Chapmanville Tigers, that is. Stephen Williams, top of the key, gets it over left side. Tommy Williams out front for Rife. Rife trying to shake Kish, but can't get by him. Will dish it back out front for Tommy Williams.
Not a lot of screens on this man-to-man on Shady's running here. Shady's not trying to set screen. Here's a screen, but they kind of go. They don't really go for it. They go around it.
Oh, nice. That was a nice cut there by Stephen Williams, but the pass goes off his knee and out of bounds.
Yeah, it's an empty possession for Shady, and they actually had a wide-open layup there, and Obina wasn't underneath to block it, so they may have had a good shot as we look at the three there on the replay. Beautiful jump shot. It was Mullins that knocked that one down.
That's Kish.
Excuse me.
Yeah, everybody's knocking them down right now.
You can say if you're wearing a white jersey, you're knocking it down. That's what it's looked like so far.
Shull drives by Valentine. Pull-up jumper, and why not? Andrew Shull unconscious here in the first quarter.
He's shot the best quarter of his life tonight.
Again, he's got 12 points already, and it's 25-7 Chapmanville. Now they're trapping Tommy Williams. He gets it up ahead. Now to Valentine, dribbles into the paint, dumps it off to Williams, and Stephen Williams wasn't looking for the ball. And I tell you what, Valentine saw Obina coming over, so he was looking for anybody.
Yeah, anybody but me, please, as Obina. He's a presence underneath, and he draws a lot of attention. Sometimes he makes a play without even having to make a play, if that makes sense.
No, it's true. It very much is true. Again, just his presence is so affecting on the floor. Now we're down to 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hunter Cook into the game. He had 11 points the other night. Now turnaround jumper, the free throw, and Andrew Shull. How do you do this evening? Making himself known to anyone that didn't know him tonight.
I'd say if you don't know his name, you will after this evening. My goodness.
27-7 Chapmanville, and Shull's got 14 of the 27. Now Stephen Williams in the paint, almost walked with it. Down to 10 seconds left in the quarter. Cross court for Rife. Rife guarded by Shull, down to 5 seconds. Takes it baseline, pull-up jumper off the rim. Obina with the rebound with 2 seconds. Gets it over to Shull, won't get the shot off, and that will end the first quarter of play. And what a statement in the first 8 minutes by the Chapmanville Tigers. The defending champs lead at 27-7 after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout as you're listening to and watching the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Facebook on Video Productions.
Chronic wounds can really slow you down. At Logan Regional Medical Center, we want to help you get back to doing the things you love without having to travel far from home. That's why the team from our Advanced Care Wound Center combines expertise and advanced technology, like the region's only hyperbaric oxygen therapy program, helping you to heal quickly. Logan Regional Medical Center.
Healing starts here.
It's beautiful.
I'm the world's greatest Douglas fir. I'm the perfect shape. I'm the perfect color. My scent, like making love to a lumberjack. But halfway home, my twine gets loose. And your cut rate insurance might not pay for this. So get Allstate, where you can save money and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. So get an
Start of quarter number 2 here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium in Chapmanville, West Virginia. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you, with Butch Mounts, our engineer, and David Anderson, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios as Chapmanville has completely blitzed Shady Spring in the first 8 minutes, leading at 27-7, but Stephen Williams, nice turnaround in the lane for his 4th point.
Well, Shady can get back in this. They're a high-scoring team. If Chapmanville goes cold, they can easily climb back into it.
Collins 3 in and out. Again, a rare miss from three-point land for the Tigers. Valentine now drives in on Collins, can't finish, but Stephen Williams there with a one-handed putback.
Well, Shady's got to like what they're seeing to start this second quarter, Chris.
Well, now Kish drives in, gets behind the defense, and Jordan Kish with a great take. He's got 5 points now.
Chapmanville's got 5 guys who can just tear you up as an easy lay-in for Shady there.
And Valentine got behind everyone and gets an easy layup, and quickly Coach Brad Napper just points to Obina and doesn't even look back at the court, just motions for him to go in for whoever missed that assignment.
Yeah, he is not happy about that.
Collins 3 from the right corner, no good. Rebounded underneath by Williams. Tommy Williams gets it over to Grayson Shepard. He crosses the timeline. 29-13 Chapmanville. Driving left baseline is Rife. Into the cross corner for Valentine. Out to Tommy Williams. No good from 3. Rebound tipped around. Kish takes it away and gets it over to Mullins.
interesting how Shady is attacking Chapmanville differently without Obina in the game.
Well, now Collins will take it to the hole, can't finish, and we're going to get a tie up here. Possession arrow will stay with the Tigers.
With Chapmanville, right?
No, yes, Chapmanville, excuse me. Yes, again, if you're just joining us, Shady Spring and Chapmanville, both the Tigers, so we're going to have to clarify tonight by first names only.
Well, Chapmanville, Devin Collins has come out a little cold here in the second quarter. He's had 3 shots and 3 misses, but, oh, goodness, a foul there. Obina winced a little bit.
I think he got caught in a tough area there.
Oh, okay, well.
If that helps you.
Oof. Gotcha.
He appears to be okay now. But
that's a rough shot. So,
yeah, now you've got Jordan Kish at the free throw line, shooting 2, and buries the first one. And again, Kish, another one. He works his way in and out of the starting lineup, 6'5" senior. He had 17 against Winfield with 3 3-pointers, and then 11 the other night against his old school, the Scott Skyhawks, and Kish buries both free throws.
Yeah, 31-13 now, Chapman. Look at the pressure Cook put on there.
Again, he's so fast, it's Hunter Cook, and now nice drive, and wow, Chapman's shot just pinned against the glass by Obina. Here comes Mullins across the timeline, 31-13 Chapmanville. Now Mullins throws it away to Rife. They're in a foot race with Williams. Stephen Williams gets the layup to go. And he's up to 8 points.
Boy, Williams has looked good in this game for Shady. He's really stepped up and playing well.
And again, he's the leading scorer and the catalyst on this team. Now to Kish. Rainbow 3 from the left wing, no good. And rebounded by Tommy Williams. So Chapmanville has cooled off here in the second quarter.
If you're Coach Napier, that's not the shot you want.
Rife goes for 3, no good from the right wing and rebounded by Kish.
Now, you don't want that shot from Rife either. Hand in the face, that's too hard to shoot.
Kick it into the right corner for Hunter Cook. He'll go out front for Kish. Now over to Mullins as they'll dump it down low for Obina. Obina double teamed immediately. He'll put up the jumper and banks it in. He's got that touch now from mid-range, and he's got 6 points.
Hakeem who?
Now down low to Williams, and Stephen Williams crashes to the ground. And they're going to get a foul on Chapmanville. It's going to be against Kish.
Here's the All-State replay. Obina with that big block right there, right against the glass. All-State, you're in good hands. Excellent work by Obina on the defensive end, and that's the difference if you've noticed, Chris. Obina in the game, he forces you to kind of approach how you're going to shoot the ball a little differently. And here comes the replay here. This is Obina. 3 guys collapse on him. Whatever. Off the back glass. Tim Duncan-esque, if I can put it that way.
It really does, as Williams missed on the first as he stepped over the line as well, so lane violation to tack onto that. But yeah, I mean, Obina's worked so hard on getting that mid-range jumper and that outside jumper working. Again, you see it more and more in the college and even NBA range where 6'9" and higher, they can step out and hit those shots, and he's really put in the work on that, and Williams misses both free throws.
Yeah, he plans on playing at the next level, Chris, and if he's going to do that, he's going to have to develop a jump shot, and he has.
And again, getting a lot of offers from colleges just like Jalen Bridges, Zion Dobbs, and even Devin Collins getting some offers as well for D1 basketball. Shull straight on 3, no good as he finally misses from the floor.
Well, Shull's, sorry, man, there goes that perfect night.
Again, he's just such a prolific scorer. Again, came over from that Huntington team. He was on the state championship team at Huntington his freshman year. And then last year, Huntington had a lot of those injuries. But he played against Chapmanville in that game at West Virginia State and led Huntington in scoring in that game. Scored 14 in that 60-42 loss to Chapmanville. And then just decided to come down here for what Chapmanville hopes is his last 2 years of high school ball.
Good pressure there by Shady to knock the ball out of Elkins' hands, but Shull's there.
He gets to the free throw line, now kicks it out to Elkins. Long jumper from the corner, and Elkins buries his first shot of the game.
Long mid-range jump shot's a lost art in basketball these days, Chris. Elkins showing you why it shouldn't be.
36-15 rather in favor of Chapmanville. It's out front.
Nice dribble.
Yeah, good behind the back dribble, gives it off to Chapman. Chapman's long jumper, no good, ball loose, and Chapman gets it back. Goes underneath, and a hard foul there will go against Chapmanville as Rife looked like Elkins in the air, and it'll be Elkins with a foul.
Yeah, Elkins fouled first before Obina could get there, and now Shady's got to make good on these free throws. You can't leave empty possessions, especially from the free throw line against a team of Chapmanville's caliber.
And again, Chapmanville led it by 20 after the first quarter. Still in that range here as first free throw up and good. for Rife. And did they end up counting Elkins' shot as a 3 a moment ago?
I thought it was a long 2, but it may have been a 3.
Yeah, because I think it should be 35-16 in favor of Chapmanville.
We're going to have another one of these again, huh?
I did, because I saw him signal 2, but they put 3 on the board, so we'll see if that gets corrected or not. But as it stands right now, it's 36-17 as Rife hits both. So now here comes Shull across the timeline. 4:27 to go before the half. Tigers leading it by 19. Kish. And they're going to call him for a walk.
Yeah, he definitely walked.
Yeah, and he didn't think he did. He tried to carry that pivot foot, but dragged it with him as he took off on his dribble drive.
That was an excellent high screen and roll from Obina, though. And so he was able to sit there, keep his feet set, not foul, and then still able to make contact and get on a good roll towards the basket in the paint.
Now Shady breaks the pressure across the timeline. Here's Shepard. Dribbles to the right side, now out to Stephen Williams, picked up by Collins, takes it in with the left hand. Collins blocks it. Williams gets it back, though, goes to the right side, and Williams finishes.
Well, Williams is a battler underneath. He just keeps battling, and almost a steal by Shady.
Now they go underneath Obina. Good feed by foul. They thought they had blocked Obina clean, but instead it's a foul.
Yeah, you're going to get a foul call there, and the crowd, the people that came down from Shady Spring are really trying to let Obina hear that, but I'll tell you this much, he loves the noise.
Oh, yeah.
He loves it. He loves when people think they get him. He loves it.
And now he's at the charity stripe, and Obina sinks the first. And that was one thing he was complaining about after Wednesday night whenever I had him in class the next day. He said, I was awful from the free throw line, and he was 7 of 12. But that goes to show you what he expects of himself now. His freshman year, he really struggled from there, but he's worked on it, and you could tell he bothered him the other night as he misses on the second. But Elkins gets the rebound back to Shull, and Shull picks up where he left off in the first quarter. He's got 16 points now with that 10-foot.
If you had told me tonight Shull was going to be the guy that's going to be the scoring monster for Chapmanville, I wouldn't have believed you, but he's making a believer out of me.
Rife, nice ball fake, gets by Elkins and pulls up from the left wing and buries it.
You know, Shady Springs looked good here in the second quarter, Chris, but did they dig themselves too deep of a hole in the first quarter to get out of?
They may have. Now Obina gets free on the left block and lays it in easily.
That was blown coverage.
Yeah, that time they just lost track of the big man down low. He's got 9 points now. Tommy Williams nearly travels, gives it to Chapman, pulls up, misses in front of Obina, but rebounded by Collins.
Yeah, and very few offensive boards for Shady. That's one thing Chapmanville's doing a great job on.
Into the corner for Elkins on the right side, drives in, and they'll get him for a charging call.
Yep.
Again, he was able to hit the basket, but he charged first, and that'll be number 2 on Elkins.
Here comes my favorite player for the Tigers. Richard is in, but
Garrett Richard will check in, the 5'3 senior.
You want to talk about a defensive hound. Garrett Richard is the guy. Look at the replay here. Was it a charge?
Yeah.
Kenzel Law office, definitely a charge. Yeah. Isn't it a good call?
Yeah, it was a good move over there, it looked like, by Williams in order to get that charge called. So now Tommy Williams in the backcourt gives it to Shepard, up ahead for Rife. Rife into the center for Chapman, down low for Stephen Williams. Ball fakes, and Obina rejects it out of bounds. Again, Williams thought he got Obina a minute ago, but Obina definitely got him on the other end.
Oh, yeah. The block party continues for Obina Killen. Just not letting anything easy go up. If you're Shady, you're like, you know, we're getting decent looks, but this Obina guy just keeps knocking them all away.
Yeah, he had 8 blocks, I believe, in the first half the other night against Scott.
Yeah, it was a lot. I know that.
41-21 Chapmanville, and now a foul on drive. And that'll go against Chapmanville against Richard. That'll be first on him.
He's a little firecracker, ain't he?
Oh,
he gets after it.
Again, he's one of those, he talks a big game, and he likes to back it up. Again, he's a kid, you know, call him Mighty Mouse a little bit, you know. I mean,
I like that.
He is. He's tough as nails. He's one of the kids that you like having out there because he's going to give you 110% every second he's on the floor. So they've got him matched up with Shepard right now as they swing it over right corner. Tommy Williams takes a tough jumper up from over there, no good. And there
who gets the rebound?
There is Richard with a rebound.
5'3". 5'3" Garrett Richard gets the rebound. Obina over top of him, but Richard comes down with the board.
And it's Chapman that picked up the foul on him, reaching in. That'll be team foul number 6 against Shady. There's 6 against Chapmanville as well.
Yeah, here's the possession I'm talking about here. See the swing pass there from Shady Springs. Go up for a tough jump shot. Look at all the big bodies. Nope, Rashad gets it.
Like I said, and you see the shots they're having to take when they have to set up their offense. Shull into the front court, pulls up and hits again.
Mama, there goes that man. He can't miss tonight.
18 points in the first half for the junior, Andrew Shull. Closing in on 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Driving in right side is Tommy Williams. Back out to Stephen Williams. Free for a moment. Surprised at how open he was, and he buries the jumper.
Oh, yeah, that's a blown assignment for Chapmanville. And they'll knock that down every time as the lead has swelled back to 20.
And he's got 12 for the game to Stephen Williams. He's got 10 of those here in the second quarter. Now Shady's pressing on the other end.
Dangerous pass.
Yeah, gets ahead. Nice save to Collins, and Collins finds a lane and drives all the way in for two.
Well, sometimes it's better to just kind of freestyle, and that's what happened there. Is Collins was able to grab the ball off the near out of bounds, and he just takes off with. Look at Rashad. He's all up in the grill of Shady Spring.
Shepard finally gets a switch off, finds Obina, and now they go down low to Stephen Williams, and Rashard's going to get called for the reach-in, so he's got 2 fouls now.
Well, you remember the other night, Rashad and Obina were both trapping the same player at the same time.
Yeah.
That was the most interesting-looking trap. You had 6'9" Obina killing and 5'3" Garrett Rashad trapping a guy, and he had nowhere to go.
And the good thing about someone like Rashard that comes in is that he's got fouls to spare.
Oh, definitely.
You know, I mean, he's got 5 fouls that he can use. He can be as aggressive as he wants because he's not going to see 30 minutes in a game typically. But he's someone that can come in and just be as dangerous he wants to be as Williams missed the.
You need those kind of players, Chris. No matter what level you're at, high school, college. I mean, if you look at the NBA right now, Marcus Smart for the Boston Celtics is the kind of guy that does those things. Does all those little things that don't show up in a stat book, but you need a guy like that, a little bulldog, and that's what Rashad is for this Chapmanville team.
Out front is Shull, gives it over to Rashard on the left side. Swings it over to Kish. Now back out front for Shull. Shull driving in, kicks it into the corner for Rashard. Back out to Obina. Obina to the free throw line. Now to Kish. He'll drive in right side. Can't finish, but he's fouled. Almost threw that in. That'd have been a tremendous degree of difficulty had he gotten that to go.
That'd have been a game of horse right there if you got that one to go. But good drive in there by Kish, who's able to go up, draw some contact.
First free throw good. Kish got 8 points.
Looking at it on our replay here. Kish goes in. Kinzel Law Office replay, draws the foul, and almost the and one.
Again, that high rainbow shot of Jordan Kish gets both free throws to go. Now he's up to 9 points. 47-23 Chapmanville. Incidentally, Fairmont Senior scored 47 points in the first half of their game earlier tonight. Nice drive, but can't get it to go. Somehow that popped out on Shepard.
Well, Bina did make contact with the backboard, but no goaltend call. I think that's a goaltend that they missed because they missed one in the previous game as well.
Shull for 3 from the corner, no good. Obina's tip, no good. Obina gets it back. He throws it up. A lot of contact, nothing called. Now the ball loose on the floor. Stephen Williams has it. And drives into Rashard, and going to be a travel against Stephen Williams. Again, Chapmanville wanted a charge. Williams wanted a block, and instead you get a travel.
I didn't see a travel. I saw maybe an offensive or defensive foul. I didn't see a travel. Let's look at it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
I don't know about that.
I guess that was one of those in between, so this is what we'll call instead.
Yeah, it's like, what was it, block or charge? Travel.
So now Chapmanville likely with the last shot of the half here, leading it by 24. Shull able to shake his man down to 5 seconds, takes it left side to Rashard, 3 from the corner, no good, rebound tipped around. Stephen Williams will heave from half court at the horn, off the mark, no good, and that will bring us to the end of what has been a very impressive first 16 minutes for the Chapmanville Tigers as they lead it 47-23 over the number 8 ranked Shady Spring Tigers here at Danny Gobby Gymnasium. We're going to step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll recap all of the first half action here from Chapmanville, West Virginia, as you are listening to and watching the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Facebook on Video Productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Hey, Peyton.
Hey, Brad. It's Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I know, Peyton. I can see you.
Is that a tour bus?
You know it. We're going on the road, man. We're going to get some inspiration. Your next nationwide song is not going to write itself.
Are you outside?
Of course I am. Already got some ideas, too. We got to get the band back together.
We weren't a band, Peyton.
I'm pretty sure we were. Okay, great talk. Band is back together.
Live your life like a dreamer. Fly all over the world. Open your shut so the world can see. You're a beautiful pearl. Live your day like you mean it. And don't forget who you are. You're free to go anywhere. There's no distance.
46-23 here at the half. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Nathan Bush, with Butch Mounts, our engineer on video productions, and David Anderson, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios on the radio. Well, our halftime show is brought to you by Gaddy's Pizza at the Fountain Place Mall in Logan. After the game, after church, for lunch, or for dinner, bring your family and friends to Gaddy's for great food and big fun. Gaddy's Pizza is a proud supporter of Logan County youth athletes. Well, they did fix the score after the final buzzer. Again, they corrected it. Elkins' jumper was a 2 and not a 3, so that's why the score here at the half is 46-23. But they have doubled up this Shady Spring Ball Club, who, again, I remind you, had blown out all 4 of their opponents to start this year, and were averaging 82.2 points per game, allowing 49 points per game. Allowing 49 a game, Nathan, they've given up 46 in the first half.
Yeah, giving up 46 and only scored 23. This Shady Spring Ball Club, Chris, they got into a hole early in the first quarter, and they really struggled out of the gates. And Chapmanville was on fire to start this ball game. They cooled off a little bit in the second quarter, but been a really difficult game for Shady to battle back and get into here, as now they're down 23 at the half. And I don't think Chapmanville gives up 23-point leads very often.
No, I mean, and you saw the second quarter, it was a lot tighter affair. Chapmanville only outscored Shady by 3 in the second quarter. But like you said, that first quarter, Chapmanville just came out with a Mike Tyson uppercut and absolutely staggered Shady Spring right off the bat with 5 3-pointers in the first. And Shady just really didn't get into this ball game until the second. And I'm like you, I just don't see Chapmanville giving up this type of a lead. And the Tigers, that's what you do when you're state champions, though. You don't let opponents linger. You come out and you take care of business right off the bat.
Yeah, that's what you do. They really didn't give Shady much of a chance in that first quarter. The defense was stifling. And just the shooting, the offensive display from Chapmanville, knocking down every single shot they could. And Andrew Shull, who? Before the game, a lot of people probably didn't know who he was. And he has come out and he has put everybody here and watching at home on notice. This kid is a player.
He's telling you, put some respect on his name.
Hey, there's some respect. I'll call him sir after the game he's had tonight. My goodness. Yeah, he's missed 1 shot tonight. So pretty good percentage for him.
That's why I said just the shooting. I mean, that's what he was known for coming in. And, you know, he can handle the ball just as well as any guard. And he has put on a shooting display here in the first 16 minutes of action. And let's look at the scoring here in the first half on both sides, starting with Shady Spring. They were led by Stephen Williams. Again, Williams has had over 20 points in each game thus far this year. Was held to 2 in the first quarter, but had 10 in the second. So he's got 12 thus far for the contest. Then you had Ryan Reif with 7 points, and Tommy Williams and Isaiah Valentine each with 2 points. And again, Tommy Williams is one that was important for Chapmanville to hold in check, and they've done so thus far. He had a step-back jumper early in the first quarter, hasn't gotten anything since then. And this is a kid that hit 7 threes against James Monroe and hit 4 threes against Westside, and he can't find any openings.
Yeah, Chapmanville's defense has just been stellar in the first half. They have put pressure upon pressure on Shady Spring, and they have not allowed them to get in any sort of rhythm. Shady's had some turnovers, had a hard time getting the ball across half court, and when they do, anytime they try to go inside, Obina and Achille killing just the SWAT team is in the house, if I can put it that way. He's had at least 4 blocks early on in this game.
Well, then you look at the other end for the Chapmanville Tigers. They've been led by that man we were talking about, Andrew Shull, with 18 points. He had 14 of those.
That man.
In the first quarter. And then you've got Jordan Kish with 9 points, Obina and Achille Killen with 9 points, followed by Devin Collins with 5 points, Philip Mullins with 3 points, and rounding out the scoring for Chapmanville is Brandon Elkins with 2 points. And at the free throw line in the first half, Chapmanville was 7 of 8, Shady Spring was 2 of 5. Well, again, second half coming your way here shortly, but if you're both clubs here, and if you're Chapmanville, you don't necessarily want to get stagnant in the second half, but you don't want to let your foot off the gas pedal either. But if you're Shady Spring, you want to come out here and just kind of get your confidence back, because you know they came in here with a ton of confidence.
Oh, they did.
And you know that's got to be shaking a little bit right now in that locker room.
Well, this is a tough matchup playing in Chapmanville. Chapmanville hasn't lost here in years, so it's one of those. How do you beat a team? They haven't lost to a West Virginia team in years. So
not since Fairmont.
Yeah, not since Fairmont at the state tournament. So we'd have to go back even farther to find the last time they lost here. But it could be setting up that dream matchup tomorrow night against Fairmont Senior that everybody wants to see. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Chapmanville's got to keep their foot on the gas, not get stagnant, not play too lax, and concentrate on their defensive end as well as offense. If you're Shady Spring, you got to come out and you got to stop these guys. You got to stop the open shots. You got to stop them from knocking down jumpers. You got to stop Obina on the inside. And the best way to do that is try to get them in foul trouble. Mm-hmm. That's the only way you can really stop them. If you can get Chapmanville in foul trouble, you got a pretty good shot.
Again, we're 16 minutes away from that dream regular season matchup between number 1 and number 2 in Chapmanville and Fairmont. Well, again, we're getting close to the start of quarter number 3, so we'll step aside for a 2-minute break and be back for the start of the second half right after this, as our halftime show has been brought to you by Gaddy's Pizza at the Fountain Place Mall in Logan. After the game, after church, for lunch, or for dinner, bring your family and friends to Gaddy's for great food and big fun. Gaddy's Pizza is a proud supporter of Logan County youth athletes. Back after this timeout, you are listening to and watching the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Facebook on Video Productions.
That one, Daddy! It's beautiful.
I'm the world's greatest Douglas fir. I'm the perfect shape. I'm the perfect color. My scent, like making love to a lumberjack. But halfway home, my twine gets loose. And your cut rate insurance might not pay for this. So get Allstate, where you can save money and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. Are you in good hands?
Make this year the one to remember. It's employee pricing for all on new Chevy models happening now during the Thornhill Model Year-End event at Thornhill GM Superstore. Trade in and trade up with great savings on your next ride. This year, own the holidays with Thornhill.
You've been seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Chronic wounds can really slow you down. At Logan Regional Medical Center, we want to help you get back to doing the things you love without having to travel far from home. That's why the team from our Advanced Care Wound Center combines expertise and advanced technology, like the region's only hyperbaric oxygen therapy program, helping you to heal quickly. Logan Regional Medical Center.
Healing starts here.
Deck the halls and your driveway with a new ride from Thornhill GM Superstore. Don't miss the final days of supplier pricing and more on new GM models. Plus our annual Christmas car sell-off, priced as low as $9,999. This year, own the holiday.
start of the second half here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me Nathan Bush with Butch Mounds, our engineer here on Video Productions, and David Anderson, our engineer back in the WVOW studios. And we finally, I think, made a good comparison with Obina and his hair again. It's Wesley Snipes from Demolition Man is what we're looking at here.
That's it right there, man. Can't forget that.
He's rocking the 1993 do, and you know what? As a kid of the 90s, I like it, Obina.
Man, if you haven't seen that movie, go out and watch it. It's awesome.
Obina did a great job in that movie with Sylvester Stallone, I tell you.
He had that training, what was it, the murder, death, kill training they talked about in that movie, yeah. What a great movie that was.
I'll have to bring that up, too.
I have a copy of that on DVD, by the way.
I need to find that and watch it.
That was a hard one to find.
Well, now our shameless plug for Demolition Man is over. Here we go for the start of the quarter number 3. Again, Chapmanville going right to left across your computer screen and radio dial, with Shady Spring going left to right. As Chapmanville opens up possession, Collins turnaround jumper in the paint, rattles out, tried to bank it in. Boy, he's had some tough luck tonight from the field. That's about the third shot that's rattled in and out on him.
Shady Spring did a good job there boxing out on Obina. He had 3 guys boxing him out as they got the rebound.
And Stephen Williams got up ahead of the pack and missed on the layup. Obina got a hand in his face and caused him to miss it. And Williams has done a good job getting that left block all night in transition, and now he's going to get called for a push on Obina. They try to get him away from the rim.
Yeah, he can't do that. But, that's one thing. If you look at the scoring box, Devin Collins tonight, he's really struggled in this game getting his jump shots to go. I believe that he only had 5 there at the half. But look at how many other players can beat you. Here comes Collins now.
Oh, he just attacked the rim and attacked Stephen Williams, and he picked up his third a moment ago. Let's see if they give this to him or not. And luckily for Shady, it's going to go against Ryan Rife. That'll be number 2 on him.
Yeah, Rife got in there and just was going for the ball, but just ended up hacking Collins.
Collins gets the first free throw to go. Again, one of the best pure shooters in the state, Devin Collins.
Yeah, just got that smooth finish when he shoots the ball. As you see the replay there, Kinzel Law office replay on Collins getting the foul.
Again, to be 6'8" and to have that type of a stroke makes him even deadlier. But there you saw a smart move. Whenever you're struggling from the field, get to the free throw line. Now Stephen Williams kicks it out. They swing it over left side for Rife. 48-23 Chapmanville. Top of the key for Chapman. Now over to Tommy Williams. Williams almost picked up his pivot foot. They swing it around the perimeter again. Rife on the left wing. Picked up by Obina. Now to Chapman at the top of the key. Dumps it down to Stephen Williams. A nice job there. They got Obina off of him, and Stephen Williams got a smaller matchup and made him pay.
Yeah, they did that on the switch there. Obina had to come off, and then Williams underneath just found a man and got away from him.
Shull had it poked away from behind by Shepard, and they're going to say last touch. Let's see. I think they signaled Shady's ball, but now they correct it.
Yeah, I think they changed it.
No. Now they are going to say Shady ball. But
here comes a conference.
I was going to say I didn't see it hit anyone from Chapmanville, and now they do correct it and give it back to Chapmanville.
Yeah. I think the back official had a better look at it than the front.
He gets it into Elkins in the left corner. Now out top for Kish. They try to go down low to Obina and forces his way in, and another whistle and a foul. They're really attacking Stephen Williams right now, trying to get another foul on him, but the foul's going to go against Tommy Williams instead.
Yeah, and Obina's he's a brood underneath there. And you see what Chapmanville does. Obina in the post. Well, here's our all-state replay of the foul, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. He catches it right near the free throw line, draws double coverage. He's got Kish over there on the side. He can, or Elkins, who he could kick it to there if he wanted to. But Obina is one of those guys. He's going to go up 2-on-1, 3-on-1. He doesn't care. He's going to go for it.
And Obina buries both free throws, so he's up to 11 points and 3 of 4 from the line now. As Shady breaks the pressure, driving in is Shepard. He's cut off by 3 Tigers. Kicks it out front for Tommy Williams. Over to Shepard.
Shull didn't buy that fake stutter step at all.
Now Shepard trying to penetrate on Devin Collins. Drives in, tough left-hander, and a whistle and a foul called. Going to go against the Tigers, and they're going to get Collins for the push.
Getting a lot more foul calls here in this second half than we did in the first. Teams are getting a little more chippy out there.
That's a first team foul against Chapmanville this half, 3 against Shady already. Now first free throw on the way, off the back iron, no good for Brayson Shepard.
Cannot leave points at the line, Chris. I don't know how many times I have to say it. That's a pet peeve of mine, leaving points at the free throw line.
Well, let's sink the second one. Yeah, Shady was just 2 of 5 from the line in the first half, so now 3 of 7 for the game. 50-26 Chapmanville, looking like they're on their way to a matchup with Fairmont Senior tomorrow night in the championship game of this Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Collins gets it into the right corner for Elkins. Elkins dribbles out, now goes down low to Obina. Nice cut by Elkins, goes up but can't finish as his shot was altered. Now Shady with numbers. They got a 5-on-3 here if they hurry. Williams going to pull up for three. No good for Tommy Williams. Rebounded by Chapman, though, on the low block, and he's rejected by Devin Collins. Ball loose, still loose, and Obina picks it up about midcourt, gets up head to Shull, who's all alone, and an easy two gives Andrew Shull his 20th point.
Yeah, good to see Shull get in the scorebook tonight. Yeah, for his 20th. Good Lord.
Oh, Stephen Williams just got blocked by half the Chapmanville team on that drive. I think it was Elkins that officially got him, and he stepped out of bounds, so it'll stay with Shady.
Yeah, three guys went up and blocked that shot. And now Cook's going to check back in.
That's what I said. It's just the defense flies in from everywhere.
It's a bee's nest. They swarm, and Shady Springs coach is out of the sport coat now. It's getting serious.
Well, they'll inbound. Shady will from under their own basket.
Oh, good find.
Wow, good cut by Chapman as he got himself free for an easy two.
Coach Napier just puts up his hand and starts moving. Got to talk to each other out there. You don't talk, that's what will happen. And now looks like Shady running an extended 2-3 zone.
And Shull looks to make him pay, and he banks it in for three.
He called bank. What a shot.
It's all been going in for Andrew Shull tonight, so why not bank it in? Yeah, a la Scottie Pippen from the outside.
Scottie, wow, what a reference.
55-20.
Whoa!
Tommy Williams almost stepped over the midcourt line.
Walking the tightrope there.
Now he'll take it right baseline, cut off, and it's stolen by Kish. Outlet to Collins. 2-on-1 with Elkins. Collins takes it left side, gets by his man, and layup is good for Devin Collins.
And Collins has got to be happy to see the ball go through the hoop now, because he has struggled all night when it comes to jump shooting, and he's doing a great job on the defensive end, though. Look at his length and the pressure he can bring out on Shady Spring.
57-28 Chapmanville.
Oh, good screen.
And it looks like an illegal screen.
It's just a good screen.
Yeah, they got that against Chapman, who set that screen.
I hate the wussification of the screen. I do. If you take a screen, if you set a good screen, a nice hard screen, there's nothing wrong with that.
Tell us more about the old days, Grandpa.
Well, you know. If you limp away from a screen, that was a good screen.
It's the Chapmanville ball, leading it by 29. Kish going for three, no good from the left corner. Elkins, nice tip up to keep it alive. He'll
good
bring it back out.
Good rebound from Elkins.
Collins, three from the right corner, no good. Kish, strong rebound. It goes back out to Collins on the right wing. They'll reset.
Can't give Chapmanville too many chances.
Again, offensive rebounds and this size differential really paying dividends for the Tigers, as Shull will reset the offense at the top of the key to Elkins into the left corner. Hunter Cook for three. Oh, it spun out on him. That one got halfway down and kicked itself out.
All around the world that one went, and here comes Shady. Good step.
Yeah, good step, but he couldn't finish as Collins was there, but Shady gets the rebound. Rife at the free throw line, retreats beyond the three-point line. Cook all over him. Now they'll give it over to Shepard. Shepard now being hounded by Kish, looking for a screen, takes it left side, floater up, no good off the side of the rim, and rebounded by Kish as Collins got kicked in the head.
Yeah, he caught a foot right in the back of the head, and you can see he's a little slow getting up the court.
Shull gets it out to Collins, pump fakes, gets it over to Elkins. Elkins, right wing three, no good. Kish tries to go up for the rebound, had it poked away from him, and Valentine chases it down.
Collins may have got away with a travel there. He took an extra step, it looked like to me.
2:55 to go in the third quarter. 57-28 Chapmanville, now 57-30 as Rife buries a jumper, and now a full timeout called by Shady Spring. We'll keep things here. Or actually, no, we'll step aside for a 60-second break. We'll do that instead as the Tigers lead it by 27. Chapmanville Tigers do, rather, as you're listening to the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW Radio, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated
57-30, Chapmanville leads it. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as we are in the second game of this Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Fairmont Senior won by 71 in game number one. You heard that right, 71 points, 95-24 over Mountview, View, and now Chapmanville looking to join them. They lead it by 27. Out to Shull. Shull dribbles to the free throw line, pull-up jumper from there, short with it.
Wow, Shull can miss?
I was going to say, look like he never really had a good grip on that shot when he put it up. But rebound comes away to Tommy Williams. He'll get it up ahead to Chapman. Now Williams back out front. Dribbles over to the right elbow. He picks up his dribble. Now over to Chapman on the left wing. Chapman back over to Tommy Williams. They just keep extending him further and further from the basket, not wanting to get him any type of open look to release that deadly three. And now Shepard's pass
into the trash can.
It did. And Obina deflected it right into the garbage over on the side. I was wondering why the gentleman on the far side was holding up two fingers.
But one thing Shady needs to do, Chris, with Chapmanville in this man-to-man, they need to try and draw Obina out on a switch. They're going to have to try and do that to get him out of the paint because they're most effective in the paint. And right now, they're not getting any looks in the paint as long as he's in the game. There's the switch. Shull's underneath now.
And now Williams will put it up in front of Obina, no good.
I don't understand that.
And again, you got the big man there, and now they lob it up, and Williams gets the steal back, looks up ahead for Stephen Williams, drives in, slam dunk, no, but he's fouled on the play, and wow, Stephen Williams showed his vertical right there.
Didn't expect that.
He exploded off the ground, and Hunter Cook committed the foul.
That's a good foul by Cook, nothing easy. I like that foul. But yeah, and here's the All-State replay. We'll look at it here. Here comes the missed three, and then up the court. They dribbled the ball up the court. There's the steal, and then back down on the other end. Here's the attempted highlight reel play, and Cook with just a good foul to prevent the easy points.
As Williams hits on the first free throw. That's his first make from the line tonight. He was 0 of 3 prior to that. Second free throw up and gets that one to go too. So he's now up to 16 points for the contest.
But yeah, when you're Shady Spring and you've got Obina out front trying to guard a guard, you need to kick the ball underneath when a guard's playing a big.
Oh, he takes it himself coast to coast, and he got fouled on that too.
Yes, he did.
The officials missed it, but he finishes anyway.
Yeah, the official swallowed the whistle on that one. Obina was lobbying for the call.
Yeah, he got hit in the face on the way in. Not intentionally, but still got hit nevertheless. As Chapman gets it out, Stephen Williams, high arcing shot over Obina, no good again. And I'm like you, it's gonna be tough sledding, earning your money, shooting shots over Obina.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Up ahead, Hunter Cook, floater, no good, rebounded by Elkins, tried to go up and under, but was blocked by the bottom of the rim. Rebounded by Williams. Stephen Williams goes coast to coast and lays it in on the left side.
Good take by Williams there, and good job by Chapmanville. No fouls there. They don't want to get anything cheap. Obina.
Oh, my goodness. He takes it coast to coast again, and no one cut him off that time.
Oh, are you going to get in front of him and cut him off? I'm not.
That was like a layup drill in practice on day one right there. Again, no one wanted to pick him up, and Obina with another easy two. So, again, he's big man showing his dribbling ability once again.
Oh, nice rebound.
And Chapman couldn't finish, and now rebounded by Hunter Cook. He'll get it up ahead to Elkins. 25 seconds left in the third. Gets it in the left corner for Kish. Down low to Obina on the left block. Obina one dribble, goes up with the right hand and finishes.
That's just a good post move there by Obina. Gets the smaller guy on him, just goes up one hand to easy.
Got 17 points now for the game, 8 this quarter. Shepard gets it to Stephen Williams, down low for Chapman. Chapman, 5 seconds left in the quarter. Pull-up shot, no good. Rebounded by Elkins, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter with Chapmanville continuing to pull away from Shady Spring. They lead at 63-34. Back after this 60-second break as you are listening to and watching the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Facebook on Video Productions.
Your holidays with supplier pricing on a brand new GMC from Thornhill. Go like a pro in a new 2019 GMC Acadia. Thornhill price $38,704 or get $12,707 total value on 2018 GMC Yukon XL Denali.
Uh-oh. Hey, Peyton.
Hey, Brad. It's Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I know, Peyton. I can see you.
Is that a tour bus?
You know it. We're going on the road, man. We're gonna get some inspiration. Your next nationwide song is not gonna write itself.
Are you outside?
Of course I am. Already got some ideas, too. We gotta get the band back together.
We weren't a band, Peyton.
I'm pretty sure we were. Okay, great talk. Band is back together.
'Tis the season to give and receive with supplier pricing on new GMC models at Thornhill. 2018 GMC Terrain $26,245, 2018 GMC Canyon $32,317, up to $11,000 off 2018 GMC CR.
Final 8 minutes here from Chapmanville, West Virginia in the semifinals of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you as Chapmanville leads at 63-34. Welcome to you live on WVOW Radio and on Facebook Live on Video Productions. As both games have been routes, and Devin Collins swats Rife shot out of bounds, and he'll stay with Shady. But again, this is a Shady team. Comes in 4-0. They've won every game by double digits. Played some solid teams coming in, ranked number 8 in Class AA rankings, top 4 in the power rankings, and Chapmanville has just put their foot on their neck and never let them breathe in this ball game.
Yeah, Shady's had a really tough time, but again, Chris, we talked about that execution, how now they have Obina out of the game. Let's see if they can get into the paint, and that's what they do.
And Valentine with a nice dribble drive, and he gets his 4th point.
And boy, Brad, Coach Navier is not having most upset man I've ever seen with a near 30-point lead.
And I tell you what, that is one area for Chapmanville that could still use improvement is their defense this year. Again, it's not like it's been terrible by any stretch, but it's not as good as it was last year for Chapmanville just yet.
It is early on in the season, Chris, so we'll see how they get. It's just when Obina comes out, that's their main rim protector, and then they don't have a secondary shot blocker rim protector. Collins is trying to step into that role, just not gotten quite there yet. He will get there, I'm sure, as the season goes on.
3 on the way, and Elkins hits a 3 from the right wing. He's got 5 points.
I will argue, though, this Chapmanville team this season is a better shooting team overall than last year.
I agree. Again, just more weapons all the way around out there for Chapmanville.
I mean, you don't have Drew Williamson, but you do have guys who can step out there, about 5 of them, and knock down shots.
And it is now 66-36 Chapmanville, a 30-point bulge as fadeaway jumper no good for Shepard and rebounded by Rashard.
Rashard, my man.
Gets it over to Kish. Kish back over to Rashard. Now to Elkins. He'll go for 3 from the left wing this time. Looked good, but missed off the side rim. And nice job by Elkins following his shot. Gets it into the corner. Collins goes for 3, and Devin Collins hits his second 3 of the game.
He struggled tonight shooting the ball, Chris, but you knew it wouldn't last too long, as they're going to need him tomorrow night, as it looked like they're going to cruise and take on Fairmont Senior in the big rematch from the state tournament.
As Rife drives in left side, can't finish. Chapman gets the rebound, had it poked away, but it goes right to Valentine, and Valentine layup, count it, and the foul. And they're going to get Rashard on the reach-ins. That'll be his 3rd.
Coach Napier still hounding his players, and they're up 31, and he's still coaching as hard as he can, and that's where the discipline comes in for this Chapmanville team. You're expected to play every minute of every game, no matter the score, as hard as you can and do everything right. And that's how you win a championship.
That's how you develop discipline, too. I mean, the second you let it lax is the second things start to fall off. And that's why if he sees something he doesn't like, he's going to let everybody know about it.
He doesn't just let the players know. He lets everybody know.
As Valentine converts the 3-point play, it's now 69-39. In favor of Chapmanville. 5:45 to go.
Nice spot. There he is.
Devin Collins, great pass, great design there for the Tigers.
Rashard finds it there. Beautiful pass.
Again, down to 5.5 minutes to go here in the 4th as ball goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Shady Spring. And again, we apologize here on video production right now. Again, our video feed got knocked out momentarily. Hopefully you're still hearing us live on audio, but we'll try and get the video feed back up shortly. And there we go.
And we're back.
See, I said it'd be short.
Butch Mounts is on the call.
Now Butch, after he goes up to fix that, he'll come back down with us. 71-39, Chapmanville. Taking it left side is Tommy Williams, and there's what Shady's been missing tonight. That's his first point since the first quarter, and that's a kid that had 7 threes earlier this week against James Monroe and 4 against Westside, and he's just been shut down tonight. Kish goes for 3 left wing, no good short, and rebounded by Shepard.
If you're Chapmanville, you'll take him only getting a couple of buckets in this entire game. You got to love that.
Now they get it out to Shepard to the free throw line, back out to Tommy Williams, quick trigger 3, and he buries it, and you can see the shooting ability that this kid has, and there he gets a little separation and some room.
Yeah,
he's his first one tonight.
Yeah, he's a great shooter, but is it too little too late? 4.5 to go here in the game just about, and 71-44 now.
Yeah, I'd say it's too late.
Maybe. You may be right.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's a little too late. As JoJo once sang.
I hate you.
Half the people out there, who's JoJo?
Yeah, for real.
Just type it into YouTube. It's a good song. You'll like it. Well, Tommy Williams goes for 3 again. No good this time off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Richard. Up ahead for Hunter Cook, or Tucker Dalton, rather, has just checked into the game. Now to Devin Collins on the left wing. 71-44, Chapmanville in control. Winding things down here tonight from Chapmanville.
Weaving out front there.
Dalton.
5 seconds.
5-second call. Good defense by Tommy Williams. Able to get that 5-second call. Dalton thought he'd gotten enough separation to where that call should have been made.
Yeah. Here comes Cook back into the game.
As Hunter Cook will check in for Tucker Dalton. As Chapmanville has nearly gotten, both them and Shady are starting to work in slowly but surely some of their subs here.
Yeah, but I like that Coach Napier's leaving Collins in, giving him a little bit more time at that 5 position that they have him playing on defense. Let him rim protect, let him get used to that position so he can play it when Obina is out or in foul trouble.
Nice dish underneath. Reverse layup is good for Valentine, as he's now got 9 points for the contest.
And now you see Rashad bring it up the court. Chapmanville looking to put this one away.
Now he's being hounded as well. Almost had a 5-second call as Gray Hazuka with good defense. Now they go down low to Kish. Drives in, misses on the layup, but he's fouled on the way up. And that'll send him to the free throw line as Williams picks up his 4th. Well, just a reminder to everyone that when the Power takes a timeout at your home, you can get timely alerts on outage conditions and restoration estimates by signing up at AppalachianPower.com/alerts. Kish buries the first.
Comes some subs in now for Shady, as they're going to try and work some guys in, get some fresh legs in there, maybe try and make one more really good run here before the end of this one.
Second free throw up and good as well for Kish. He's got 11 for the game, and he's 6 of 6 from the line tonight. Chapmanville's only missed 1 free throw all evening long.
Yeah, and that makes a big difference. That's really something that Chapmanville hounds on, is free throw shooting.
And now a push out front will go against Jordan Kish.
Coach Napier didn't like that call at all. He thought he just played good defense.
That's team foul number 4 now against Chapmanville, 5 against Shady as we approach the 3-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Now Tommy Williams will jack up a 3 and hits another one.
Well, he's come alive here in the 4th quarter, and Shady Springs going to take a timeout.
Timeout with exactly 3 minutes to go. We'll take it as well. 73-49, Chapmanville leads it. You're listening to and watching the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Seriously injured. Now it's time to pick a lawyer.
You pick one with big verdicts and settlements?
We've successfully handled many million-dollar cases.
How about the recommendation of a friend?
We probably help somebody in your neighborhood.
How about a firm with lots of resources?
You can have it all.
We're Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Well known and very effective.
When you call us about your injury, you'll know you've made the right decision.
Farmer Klein and Campbell is the way to go. Call 346-5990.
Claim your spot.
73-49, Chapmanville leads it here late in the fourth quarter. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you. We've got 2:50 to go now before Chapmanville clinches a spot in tomorrow night's finals with Fairmont Senior, and also it'll be the 25th straight win going back to last year. Last time Chapmanville lost was in the Tennessee Holiday Tournament where they went down there to play, and they'll be going to Florida here in about a week. And this is a schedule that doesn't get any easier for Chapmanville as they move forward. Again, they're going to Charlotte to play against one of the top teams there, Ohio to play against one of the top teams there. All the in-state competition as they get it to Hunter Cook. 3 on the way from the corner, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, last touch by Chapmanville.
And they still play Logan twice within, I think, 8 to 10 days of each other towards the end of the year, getting ready for sectionals. You know, Coach Napier and even Coach Green also, they got their teams in these really difficult schedules, and they did it on purpose. They want to have their guys ready for Charleston.
And Stephen Williams gets free after a loose ball, and Stephen Williams gets his first 2 of the fourth quarter. And now 73-51 Chapmanville, as Shady making it look a little bit more respectable.
Yeah, they've cut it down. It was 30. They're getting it down now to 22, so a little bit better. And now Chapmanville's going to dribble the ball a little bit.
Yeah, down to a minute 40 to go. Lead was as big as 30 this quarter. And now Chapmanville getting in some subs, and Shady starting to chip away at it a little bit. As Kish back out front. Again, you haven't had Obina play the entire fourth quarter for the Tigers. Again, resting him up because it's going to be a long and tough night tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a fun one, Chris.
Down to a minute 15. Chapmanville continuing to possess the ball here.
So that was close to 5 there. They got to be careful.
They get it out to Collins. Now over to Kish, and now a blocking foul called out front. That'll go against Gray Hazuka, the 5'8 junior, his first.
Yeah, and that blocking foul there, they were trying to draw the 5-second call, but never did get a chance. As now a few subs coming in for Chapmanville as Elkins is going to take a seat.
You see Tucker Dalton check back in, and now Hunter Jeffrey will check in for Kish. So it looks like almost all the starters are done, and now the starters are done. Is also checking in for Chapmanville is Isaiah Fleming. And a lot of these JV players now for Chapmanville getting some looks. And again, Rashard, Dalton, and Cook all graduated from the JV team. They played a significant role in that last year, but now it's starting to see more playing time in varsity. So now you got people like Fleming and Jeffrey that are starring on the JV squad as there's a turnover taken away by Stephen Williams. Brings it up in transition, goes up with the right hand, can't finish, but he's fouled on the play by Cook. And he'll go to the line with 49.2 seconds left.
Yeah, and now the Chapmanville fans heading for the exits a little early here as they have a date, Chapmanville, tomorrow night with the Fairmont Senior Polar Bears.
Well, while we have a moment, just a reminder that Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Chapmanville Regional Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-855-4906. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices on Main Street in Chapmanville and Main Street in Logan. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan. So Williams hits on both free throws. It's now 73-53 in favor of Chapmanville. Final 42 seconds. Fleming over to Richard. Now back to Fleming. Underneath for Jeffrey. Back out to Cook as Chapmanville continues to work down the clock here. They'll move to 4-0 on the season. Shady Spring will suffer their first loss of the year and drop to 4-1. As it'll be Shady Spring and Mount View tomorrow at 7 p.m. In the first game, the consolation game, we'll have that for you here live on Video Productions. And then at approximately 8:30, it'll be the showdown between number 1 and number 2 yet again, Fairmont Senior and Chapmanville. And we'll have that for you here live on WVOW and here on Video Productions as Richard dribbles out the last 4 seconds. It was a dominant performance from beginning to end as the Chapmanville Tigers run over top of the Shady Spring Tigers, 73-53, and Andrew Shull with a big night tonight for Chapmanville with 23 points to lead the way. We'll step aside for a break, and when we come back, we'll recap tonight's action here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as the Tigers and the Polar Bears win it this evening in both semifinal contests. You're listening to and watching the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Facebook on Video Productions.
Chronic wounds can really slow you down. At Logan Regional Medical Center, we want to help you get back to doing the things you love without having to travel far from home. That's why the team from our Advanced Care Wound Center combines expertise and advanced technology, like the region's only hyperbaric oxygen therapy program, helping you to heal quickly. Logan Regional Medical Center.
Healing starts here.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Plenty of room for lots of cheer. Thornhill's Model Year-End event is here, featuring the new 2018 Buick Regal Tour-X Wagon all-wheel drive, $28,245, or save over $7,300 on 2018 Buick Envision, now $35,952. This year, own the holidays with Thornhill.
We all have our own mountains to climb. Marriages are failing, families are struggling, and addictions on the rise. If you're struggling, you are not alone. We have a building full of people just like you. I'm Matt Friend, the senior pastor at Bible Center Church. And if your life has a few challenges to overcome, join us on Sunday mornings at 9 or 10:30.
Check us out at BibleCenterChurch.com.
Wrap up the holidays with one big bow and a new Buick from Thornhill. 2019 Buick Enclave, 9% off MSRP, $49,473. Or receive 20% off 2019 Buick Encore, starting at $21,676. Now,
welcome back, everybody, here to Danny Gobby Gymnasium. Chris Kidd here with you, alongside me, Nathan Bush. Butch Mounts, our engineer here on Video Productions, and David Anderson, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios here live on the radio, as the Chapmanville Tigers win it tonight 73-53 to advance to the finals against Fairmont Senior tomorrow night. Again, here tonight, Nathan, it was just an opening salvo by Chapmanville. Again, they came out and were red hot from the get-go, hit 5 3-pointers in the first quarter. Shady Spring just could not rebound from that. Once Chapmanville got that big lead, they just pretty much cruised the rest of the evening, and they went to show just how quick they can get out on teams and how dominant they could be as well in any ball game they step into.
Yeah, it wasn't close tonight, Chris. Chapmanville got out to a great start, a fast start, and when they get out to a lead, it's hard to come back on them with the way they play defense. Tomorrow night, they're going to look to do the same. It's going to be interesting with the way Fairmont Senior plays defense if Chapmanville can get out to that fast start on the Polar Bears.
Again, you look at it here. It's time now for our Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game, brought to you by Temp Control of Chapmanville. And tonight's hot hand goes to, I don't think there's much debate on this one, it's Andrew Shull. Again, Shull had 14 first quarter points, finished with 23 points for the game, and set basically the entire fourth quarter. So tonight's hot hand goes to Andrew Shull with a game-high 23 points. And this winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control of Chapmanville at 304-855-5200. We'll step aside for our final break, and Chapmanville with the ball back, leading it 2-0, 90 seconds gone in the first quarter. Collins out front for Shull. Shull dribbles over, gives it off to Obina on the right wing, back out front for Mullins, now to Collins, gets free for three, buries it. West Virginia's premier sports radio station and live on Facebook on Video Productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Uh-oh. Hey, Peyton.
Hey, Brad. It's Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I know, Peyton. I can see you.
Is that a tour bus?
You know it. We're going on the road, man. We're going to get some inspiration. Your next nationwide song is not going to write itself.
Are you outside?
Of course I am. Already got some ideas, too. We got to get the band back together.
We weren't a band, Peyton.
I'm pretty sure we were. Okay, great talk. Band is back together.
Live your life like a dreamer. Fly all over the world. Open your shut so the world can see. You're a beautiful pearl. Live your day like you mean it. And don't forget who you are. You're free to go anywhere. There's no distance.
73-53, Chapmanville moves on to the finals of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament, as we will get set for Fairmont and Chapmanville here in just a moment. But let's run through your final scoring here on both sides, starting with Shady Spring. They were led by Stephen Williams, who had 22 points for the game. Then you had Tommy Williams, who had 10 points, but was held to 2 through 3 quarters. Picked up most of that in the fourth quarter. Then you had Ryan Rife with 9 points, Isaiah Valentine with 9 points, Haven Chapman with 2 points, and Grayson Shepard round out the scoring with 1 point for the Shady Spring Tigers. On the other end for the Chapmanville Tigers, being led by Andrew Shull with 23 points. Then you had Bina Anachille Killam with 17 points set through the fourth quarter. Then you had Devin Collins with 14 points. Jordan Kish with 11 points, so 4 Tigers in double figures tonight. Brandon Elkins with 5 points. And then you had Philip Mullins rounding out the scoring with 3 points for the Tigers as they win at 73-53. Well, it's time now for our Appalachian Power Electric play of the game. And we talked about Nathan had to be to shovel it off, and it's stolen away by Brandon Elkins. He'll take it up the right side. Gets in the paint, dumps off to Obina. To get the crowd going and to get this Tiger team going tonight. So Obina Anachille Killen's one-handed dunk on the right baseline in the first quarter. Our Appalachian Power Electric play of the game. And sign up for real-time text and email alerts about power outages and restoration estimates in the area at AppalachianPower.com/alerts. Well, again, tomorrow night, it's the heavyweight showdown everyone wants to see, and what a lot of people feel like we'll see again in Charleston in a couple of months. Again, you've got several teams that might have something to say about that, but still a lot of people feel like Chapmanville and Fairmont are the favorites to get back into that contest. And after what we saw tonight with Fairmont winning 95-24 and Chapmanville routing the number 8 team in AA and the number 4 team in the power rankings in AA by 20. Hard to say that may not be the case, and they get an early look at each other.
It could happen, Chris. It's just a matter of what goes on as the season progresses. We still got, Logan's going to be in that mix. They will. Winfield seems to hit their stride late in the season as well. Even Shady Spring, even though they lose tonight, you can't count them out. There's a lot of teams. It's early on. The second half of the season is going to be big, so we'll have to wait and see. But right now, they are definitely the 2 favorites.
Again, it's going to be a fun evening tomorrow night. And again, we'll have the consolation game of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament starting at 7 o'clock with Shady Spring and Mountain View. And then following that game, about 20 or 30 minutes afterwards, we'll have Fairmont Senior and Chapmanville in the finals. So you'll definitely want to be with us on WVOW Radio and on Video Productions tomorrow night for this highly contested contest between the number 1 and number 2 teams in Class AA. But again, here tonight in game number 2, it's the Chapmanville Tigers winning it over Shady Spring 73-53 to move into the finals. So for Butch Mounts, David Anderson back in the WVOW studios, Nathan Bush, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long this evening from Chapmanville, West Virginia, as you've been listening to and watching the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station.